Alright, hello. Today we are working on 6.5 day 1, properties of logarithms. Your essential question says, how do you use the properties of logarithms to expand expressions? Alright, so today we are doing the properties of logarithms. You should pause right now and copy down this entire slide. These three formulas are what you're going to use to solve each of your problems today, so they are necessary for you to copy down. The first one we're going to start with is the product property. So the product property states that if you have two things that are being multiplied, like x times y, you can break them up. So you have the log base a of x plus the log base a of y. Now all of the properties we're talking about today, they work with natural logs too. So if I had the natural log of x times y, that would be the same as the natural log of x plus the natural log of y. All right, your second one is the quotient property. Ooh, I want my highlighter, not my pen. The quotient property says that if you have log base a of x divided by y, you can break it up so you have that first thing that was on top first, so log base a of x minus log base a of y. And the last one is your power property. It says if you have log base a of x to the power of p, then you can move that p out front and have p times the log base a of x. Okay, those are your three properties. I'm going to go ahead and go through like 4 examples for you. Again, if you don't already have those written down, pause, write it down. That's what you need to know. All right, my first one, we have log base 5 of a squared times b to the 7th. So the first thing I notice is that these are multiplying a squared times b to the 7th, so we can use that product property. Remember, the product property says if you have two things multiplied, you can break them up so they're adding. So I really have log base 5 of a squared plus log base 5 of b to the 7th. Now I also know we have some exponents, which means I can use the power rule or the power property and take my exponent and put it out front for both of them. So I see we have a 2, I see we have 7, they're going to go out front. So I really have 2 log base 5 of a plus 7 log base 5 of b. Today we're expanding, so that's my final answer. You're not going to add anything, you're not going to combine them, you're just going to write that as your final answer. My second one, we have the natural log of 25 divided by 3. Remember, if you're dividing, that means we can subtract. So we're going to do the natural log of the number on top, 25, minus the natural log of whatever's on the bottom, 3. If you want, you can throw some parentheses in there. It doesn't really matter. But that's your final answer. Again, you don't have to multiply anything. You don't have to subtract. Natural log of 25 minus the natural log of 3. That would be your final answer. My next one, we have the natural log of 7x to the power of 4. So the first thing I would do is I would deal with this 4. Remember, if there's a 4 outside, you can bring it out front. So we'd have 4 times the natural log of 7 times x. Again, the 7 and x both have a multiplication sign there. Even if they're not written down for both, it is there. The next thing you can do is, because we have multiplication, you can split this up. Again, I know it's multiplying, so we can split it up, and when we do that, we're going to add. Notice that we have that 4 natural log up front, so I'm going to need 4 natural log of my first thing, 7, plus I still need that 4 natural log of the second thing, x. And this will be our final answer. So we have 4 natural log of 7 plus 4 natural log of x. And the last one, again, we're dividing, so we're going to start by subtracting. So we're going to have log base 7 of r cubed times t to the power of 4. Remember, there's a little multiplication there. Minus log base 7 of whatever's in the denominator, so v. Now we're going to look at that first one, because notice we have our multiplication sign. So remember, that means we can break it up using addition. So I'm going to have log base 7 of r cubed plus log base 7 of t to the 4th. My minus log base 7 of v is still there. And then the last step is taking care of my 3 and my 4. So because it's a power, my power can come up front. let's hide this. And this one can come out front. So we're going to have 3 log base 7 of r plus 4 log base 7 of t minus log base 7 of v. And that's going to be your final answer. All right, as always, thank you for watching. You can go ahead and answer your questions about the video now. If you have questions about this content, please reach out to your teacher, whether it's Ms. Schwann's, whether it's me, so we can help you sooner than later. All right, thanks again.